Channel News Asia. This is your new Singapore Hours logo. Throw away the old one and use this.
Hi, I'm Jeff Lai. You probably know me for my stealth sketches of people on public transport. I realized that this city is packed with people just like me. People with hidden creative sparks. They are just waiting for an opportunity to discover it. In a city like Singapore, we have turned our urban jungle into a playground for the activity seekers. And kick-starting our DIY itinerary is Gurasu House. Owner and artist Bi Feng specializes in the art of lamp working.
Lamp working is basically the art of using flames or a torch to melt glass so that we can shape it. The possibilities with lamp working is endless. It's really up to the artist to decide what they want to do with the glass. I was scrolling on the social media app and I saw many people's experiences at the lamp working workshops. So then I decided to fly to China to learn the art. I realized that in Singapore, there weren't any people doing it, so I kind of just brought over the experience over to Gurasu House.
At just 25, Bi Feng has seen her studio explode in popularity. The workshop in the highest demand to create a glass flower in 2 hours.
We'll be doing 6 petals, 3 small ones and 3 larger ones, and then 1 to 2 leaves.
First up, a demo to sculpt the glass petals.
What you want to do is spin it slowly and move it left to right. Okay, once you're ready, bring the second rod out of the flames, tap onto the first rod, pull upward. The difficulty in lamp working is that you need a lot of control over the glass, and that's something you get only with practice. You can never use brute force with glass. Glass cracks very easily. Your hands need to be very stable, so when I use the tweezers, I always feel like I'm a surgeon working with glass. In this lifetime, I'm a doctor for glass. Then gently.
Oh no! It's so hard to control. So this is my first leaf. It's out of shape a little bit.
I'm realizing it is a real balancing act between heat, timing, and obviously my nerves.
The only trick is that you just have to make sure that the glass listens to you.
You can see that the glass is soft and glowy. Bring it out and immediately attach it to the area of the stem you want it.
With the leaves made, now it is time to put everything together.
When I'm lamp working, it forces me to take things slow and to focus at one thing at a time. In a fast-paced society like Singapore, being able to slow down is, I feel like it's a luxury. What I hope for lamp working is that more people will take it up, and perhaps in the future, we will also be able to invite other artists from all over the world to maybe showcase their art here at Gurasu House.
While I can't say my flower was the best in class, it is uniquely mine. Onwards to the next hidden skill I may or may not have. Found in the east of Singapore is a space for those who want to be one with nature without actually dealing with the outdoors. Meet Dikai, a man who's building mini worlds. Complex, thriving ecosystems that are as biologically sound as they are aesthetically stunning.
This is a terrarium. There's plants that mostly grow in the forest floor. The next one is called the aquarium. Everything is submerged underwater. This is called a paludarium. It's a combination of terrarium and aquarium. You got to know how to separate certain elements so that they don't destroy each other. I have a background in art and design, so combined with my interest for plants and animals, this is a combination of everything I know and truly love from the bottom of my heart.
I'm going under his wing for a 2-hour workshop.
Welcome to the Standard Nature Terrarium Workshop.
Starting with a 15cm glass tank.
So our main focus is for it to be functional, of course, but we need it to be also aesthetic. Why? Because when something looks good, you tend to care for it.
First up, setting the foundation.
The soil consists of tree fern fibre, orchid pine bark, cocoa peat, pumice stones, creates like a fluffy mix that retains water but also allows the water to drain through. It's a layer that's supposed to catch excess water because these glass blocks do not have any holes. So if you keep watering, your plant roots in it will actually rot.
Next, the hardscape, the structural foundations that provides the bones of the ecosystem.
So hardscape can be driftwood, it can be stones. The most important point is that it creates structure and design. And secondly, it's also to provide shelter for the animals that you have.
The final step is to add the flesh.
This one is a rabbit's foot fern. Fern do not flower. They reproduce by spores. This is called a cushion moss. When the season is dry, they actually become dry. They become a dormant state, and then when the rainy season comes, they will actually come back to life. The plants we actually choose according to scale. 2 is ease of care. We want people to bring this home and for this to actually last for a long time rather than just for like a year or less. I truly believe that when someone understands more about nature, right, they are more inclined to care. I hope that every participant that come to join our workshop will take away something truly meaningful to them and also to be someone that cares more about the earth and environment.
Ta-da! A little forest in my 2 hands. Next stop, located in Board Key, Tuft Club, the city's first tufting studio, opened in 2021. Instructing the class is Ari.
So pick up the gun with both hands, careful, might be a bit heavy. You need to apply a lot of pressure into the cloth. It's what keeps the yarn properly tufted. All of our guns travel at a upwards direction. If you had forced it downwards, once it gets to this stage, really no point return. So very important to take your time with it, don't rush through. This is where the patience comes in.
I'm sure there's break, right?
Now it is time to pull the trigger. Let's tuft.
Tufting is not something that you one day wake up and just think to yourself, oh, I'm going to start tufting. So I think it's more of the uniqueness that draws people into this. Most people that come in here, they do find it a relatively therapeutic experience. For others, they can get quite stressed doing it. Maybe they don't get the result that they want. The key to a really nicely tufted rug, I would say, is patience as well as pacing yourself. Maintain and then just tap once. Okay, slowly tap again. It's okay, slowly. Okay, so now you're a bit off center, so turn more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I usually don't sweat on my palm, but today, yes, it's a special day.
An hour into tufting, and I've got to say, they don't tell you about the rug making workout.
This is actually not that heavy, but if you're holding it for 20 minutes, it's so draining.
Having people come up to me and saying, I suck at doing art stuff, I cannot. Watching someone go from no confidence in themselves to finishing a piece, I would say that's the most rewarding part.
I think I get into the rhythm already. The gun is listening to my command.
Not gonna lie, tufting is a marathon of repetition. But I love the focus it demands.
Channel News Asia, this is your new Singapore Hours logo. Throw away the old one and use this.
Next, I'm headed east to the neighborhood of Lavender to meet a carpenter who is shaping the woodworking scene in Singapore. Morgan is one of the 3 brothers who run Roger&Sons, the family's nearly 4-decade-old furniture business in bespoke carpentry.
Be in this industry is not something that you can learn in school. And what I wanted to do, especially with the workshop, is for them to be able to learn what are the details to look about, how do you care for your furniture. We want people to bring the things that they learn in the workshop, the sense of appreciation and a keen eye for detail.
In these workshops, Morgan teaches how to turn raw wood into a range of objects. Today, I'm making a cheese board. First up, cutting up the wood.
All these are actually local wood. Singapore cuts about 50 trees every day. When they serve their purpose and they need to be cut down for whatever various reasons, we take those trees and we use them in the furniture. We generally use 4 types of trees: the Tembusu tree, the rain tree, the kaya tree, and the angsana tree. Because we're carpenters, so we kind of kill trees for a living. I want to be able to reduce my footprint as well. And that's why we started the local tree project, where we find trees that has already supposed to be cut down. And then we see how we could use those waste to do something else.
Next up, sanding. An important step to ensuring wood fibers don't hurt the skin, or worse, my cheese.
The tree goes in this way, so that's where all the veins of the water goes up this way, right? If you sand this way, right, no matter how you sand, right, it will not be smooth. From a tree to a plank and then to finally, like a cheese board, for example, goes through a very long process. I think this workshop gives them a sense of satisfaction, even though it's something simple. Whenever someone touches our furniture, they know it's made with love.
A few quick strokes of varnish with a brush, the cheese board goes from raw wood to I'm ready for my cheese platter.
Just trying to make a simple curve like this takes about like 30 minutes. I have a greater appreciation for my furniture at home.
I may be walking away with a cheese board, but the real gift was seeing passionate individuals in Singapore carving out spaces to build their worlds and share their joy. Knowing that a little piece of their passion now sits in homes across the city. That's the kind of reminder of how creative this city can be.